Hello, welcome back to another exciting edition of Harley Davidson Machine Shop. And I'm your host, Don Dyer, factory certified December 11th, 1981, the shovelhead years. But they tried to introduce the Evo back then in 1981. But it wasn't ready, and they come up with the FXR and the FLT and put shovelhead engines in those. And you can put Evo engines in those because those were designed for that engine. I may talk some more about the early Evo engines that you did not see. And I've got a lot of other tidbits and stuff. I want to give a big thanks to Todd K, who gave me a really cool link to a belting outfit for, I got a bad belt, the tool and cutter grinder. And this place has been in business since 1850s. It's just, incredible. We had places like this here in Washington. I believe the place was called Atwater Kent over in Spokane, in business, probably since the 1890s. Long gone. And this is Washington State, very business unfriendly, especially anything mechanics. Absolutely, they hate motorcycles here in this state. And I could go on and on about that, but this is just really anti-business state, the state of Washington. It's horrific. Well, anyway, back to the K model situation here, and it's right over here. There it is. Okay, it's all dialed in, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the touch probe in this, and we're going to do it all over again for the right case. I should run by it twice. I'm going slow on this, and I think it's a good public service for the poor, hardly old Abelson guys that want to run these old Sportsters. I think I tell you what, they're a lot of fun. And it's an interesting mechanical and machinist problem that is never totally solved. Okay, I'll get the camera on a tripod and we'll start dialing it in. Okay, I am going to introduce you to a tool that I fabricated quite some time ago. There's some more shank here. I made this out of pre-hard 4140. And the more shank is drawn in by this thread. And that is how this thing's so accurate, but it's also a little bit trouble prone. You got to be careful with this. For example, if the spindle bearings are bad and the spindle gets hot and you take a tool out of it and you put a cool tool in there, it could be stuck forever. So you got to be aware of these things with these. Now this chuck here, I made it adjustable like a buck set true chuck. Like this is the back plate and these are the adjusting screws. I happen to put 6 of them in. So in this front part that I fabricated, I have an Ericsson 180 collet chuck. And I use these Ericsson collets a whole bunch. And they're really good for repair work. But you could stick an ER 32 or 40 or something in here too if you so choose. Like a lot of people do nowadays with the bench lathes and stuff. They make a adjustable collet chuck for that. So I will take and wipe this shank off here. And I'm going to install it in the spindle. There's not a lot of machines that use a spindle like this. Some grinders do for internal arbors. Okay, I just kind of snugged it in. I'm going to install the touch probe. And I believe I have enough height here to do it. Leaving that in there. I'm going to end up using this chuck. So, tighten it in. Okay, I'll get it plugged in here. Okay, I'm going to warm up the DRO and I'll be right back. Okay, back from that dog walk. And we're going to do the dowel pin locations on this right case. Get it back into incremental. I realized that it has been 19 years since I've done this job. And I've probably done close to 30 sets of cases of this style of engine. So bear with me, I'm going to go slow. Because you don't want to make a lot of mistakes on this. See, my job is metal removal. It's hard to put it back on if you goof up. Okay, we are in incremental. I got those holes burnished. Let's see where that's at. So I'm going X, center line. Okay, we'll get the other side. I'm going to come back over these with the dial indicator, so I'm just going to shoot this one time, not do the X twice, because I'm very close. Okay, it's an incremental Y, center line. There it is. Bring it to center. There we are. Absolute. Oh, there it is. And I'll write that location down. That's this, whoop, whoop. Yep, right side, that's this one right here. We got minus 8.5783. And on the Y, it is 5.2. 580. Okay, we'll go to that center one now. Give it some oil. I'm going to float that table right over there. Right about there. Right in the hole. Okay, back to incremental. We're going to go X, center line. Nope, it didn't do it. Well, maybe it did. I'll try that again. Oh, I didn't have it centered very good. We'll try that again. incremental X center line. Okay, second edge. Uh-oh. It's kind of tough. This is a pretty tight hole here. I'm going to try it again. Okay. That's it. Now, if this isn't all that accurate, the dial indicator will bring it in, and getting these locations with the digital makes it real quick to get back. Okay. I'm going to go Y center line. Yeah. Okay. There it is. ABS. Okay, jot that down on that location, and that's this one right in here. Minus 41091. On Y we got 1.4. .324. Okay, the last one's right here, and we'll get it. Get some oil on there and float that table over. Float it on oil. Yeah, I thought it hadn't been that long. 19 years since I've done these. And the reason is I can make a whole lot more money doing something else. Right there. Get it back to incremental X center line. Don't have to move it very far. Not looking right there. I'm going to try that again. I might have bumped it. Okay. The best way to do these is if you had several sets. It would take it would take less time. I remember doing 3 sets at the same time, and things went quite a bit faster. Most of it is setting up. Okay, we're at Y center line. Go for the second edge. Okay. Okay, we'll go to ABS, absolute. And there's the location of our last hole. And we are, yep, right case there, 4.1152. We got a minus on the Y of 1.3349. Okay. I'll put a dial indicator in this, and then I'm going to go back and do all these holes. It makes it a lot faster shooting them in with the electronic than dial them in with a dial indicator, because the holes aren't always round. And if you do it with a dial indicator, then you can make a best judgment. Okay, I'll be back. Okay, we're still on absolute here. And I used the electronic probe to initially find the center of the main bearing hole there. And I put the dial indicator on it and dialed it in that way, and we can see the electronic indicator was off 1/1000 and 1/10 on the y-axis and 2/10 on the x-axis. That's not a whole lot, but things add up. So we will go with that. I'll put it at 0 on all of these. Right there. And I'm going to call that a better center than before using the touch probe. So I'm going to 0 absolute out right. Oh, you know what I did? I goofed it up. I should have hit it. Let me get that back where it should be. I should have hit it with the error in there. I get ahead of myself sometimes. I'll move it this way. We are very close. I might even be closer this time. I'm going to call that good. Right there. So I'm going to go 0, 0, 0, 0. Okay, I'm going to go back over all the holes and make corrections. And I'll be back. All right, I'm all done with that, and I'm going to take these down to my drafting table, get a comfortable seat, and do some calculations on that. And so we'll go down and do that. And I'm going to tell you a funny thing. I talked to a guy a long time ago. He told me, he goes, I blueprint every Harley engine I do. And you know what I said? Oh, really? Where did you get the blueprint? It's like Caterpillar. I've never seen a Caterpillar blueprint ever, not a single one, and I've never seen a single Harley Davidson blueprint. So all the aftermarket cases out there, S&S, all of them are reverse engineered like this, reverse measured. And there's quite a bit of error through the years on these engines too. So I don't know, you'd have to measure a bunch of cases and do an average. And I've done just that. A few of these Sportsters I got noted down, but I've done 4 more big twins. And so I could plot the cam holes, all this stuff in case it's busted out. Then I could get a good average measuring several cases. I hope I made that clear. Now, one of the things that the K model introduced to the twins is the case is located by dowel pins. The big twin engines up into 1999 are located down here with 2 centerless ground studs through these holes at the bottom. And they used to have a centerless ground stud at the top. I don't know, they kind of did away with that. But there'd be 3 of them on most of them, 3 centerless ground studs. No dowel pins. I might explain some things that can be done there, but all engines after 1999 are located with dowel pins, just like this old-time K model. So I thought you might find that interesting. Okay, I'm going to go down to my drafting table, sit with a calculator, and we'll look at this and make some decisions. See you there. This is how a 16-year-old miniature dachshund stays warm in the winter. Are you warm there, Chloe? Yeah, she's pretty warm.